Okay. So first things first, thank you guys so much for being here. I mean, really, mind blown. I'm so excited about this. You guys just made my week. I'm not even kidding. Um, did anyone pipe into the wake up call this morning?
I did.
Yay,
I
Melissa! I can't wait to. I actually started listening to it, and then my energy ball that is at home from school today kind of interrupted it, and I just decided I'm going to listen to the playback so I could focus. So I can't wait to hear. Did you learn lots, Mel?
I did. It was a lot of what you've told us, though, especially in the training that we did. So
I love that. At least you've learned it from me. It's not something like, my coach never told me that. I don't want that.
oh, yeah, it's a lot. It was a lot of the same stuff that you've told us over and over. So
But it's okay because sometimes hearing it from a different person, sometimes they say it a different way and it makes light bulbs go off or something.
yeah.
Okay, so do you all have the chat box up? I'm going to tell you guys something. I'm going to put in a link. Coaching codes. Coachingcodes.com. Okay, coachingcodes.com is something I use to get my links to all the, like, direct links to products, to my free websites that I can share with people, my shop. Anyways, I go in there and I plug in my coach number. You can log in with your Facebook login, and I just add my coach's number and my profile name, and then you click this button that says update your page. And then you scroll down and they have everything. They have links to challenge packs. They have links to your websites. They have links to your free Beachbody. Like for someone to sign up for the 30-day free trial, they have a link for the paid for trial. They have it all right there at your fingertips. So you can, and it automatically, once you put in your coach's profile name and coach number, it's already linked up to your referral number. And so what I do is I'm a member of Evernote, so I can sync it between my phone and my computer, and I have a notebook of all my links. So no matter where I'm at, if I'm on the go, which I did not think of that last night, Amanda, I'm so sorry. But whenever I'm on the go or whenever I am at my computer or whatever the case might be, I can go and copy and paste those links to take care of my people that message me no matter where I'm at. So coachingcodes.com is where I go. And if you want to make it even cooler, you can go to tinyurl.com with that link and make a tiny URL if you want. I do that sometimes to make it easier for people. Okay, so we have a lot going on. Today is our team's free challenge group, 12 Days to Fitness. If you guys are, I think you are, all three of you are in there. It's not too late to add people. It's just day one. We're going to be going for 2 weeks. We are sharing fitness programs from Beachbody On Demand, so they just sign on to their free 30-day trial. We will also put a reminder in that group once the 2 weeks are up, if they want to continue, what the price will be, and if they don't want to continue, it will give them 2 weeks time to cancel that before they are charged. We are also going to be talking about the benefits of healthy eating and the containers and Shakeology. And we're going to be going over how to survive the holidays, going to parties, treats, all that kind of thing, on how to kind of have a guilt-free holiday and do it within a healthy lifestyle way. What else? Next Monday, I have the 3-day refresh challenge group starting. If you guys want to join in on that, today is the last day to get it on sale, which is $10 off for USA and a little over $12 off for Canada. And we start that on Monday, kind of keeping each other accountable through those 3 days, which is very beneficial. And I can't wait for that. I'm looking forward to next Monday, to say the least. What else? Core Force, my group is still going. If you guys want to join in on that, if you're not already, we're going to start another round of preparing the week before Christmas. So they'll kind of have it all set up for success. And then right after Christmas, their day one will start. So we have that going on. What else? I feel like I'm missing something. January, we have a lot of things coming. We are going to be doing a challenge group training. We are going to have announcements coming for a virtual retreat for Emeralds and above. We are going to be working on an announcement for Diamond Retreat, for Diamonds and above, for a beach vacation. I'm very excited about that, working on that with Shauna and Twyla. Let's see. Lauren Duke is working on, kind of like how I did a push to your next best training. She is going to be doing the same thing. So she likes that idea and she's going to go with it. So in January, that is what she is doing. She's doing her own version of it. I don't know when the start date is. And I don't know the details yet. We have another leadership training call on Wednesday where we're going to plan some more on that, I'm sure. Hold on. Working from home with an energetic kid. Weston. No. Okay. Working in the mom cracks. Okay. So that is coming in January. I don't know the details. We're still working on a plan. I visited with her last week, and more of the leaders are going to be piping in this week on ideas for the group. I don't know what all is going to happen to that, but know that she has something coming for January, February, and March that we're all planning as leaders, and you will be invited as it comes along. And I think that's it for announcements. Okay, so here's the big thing this week. Unfortunately, I have learned that I have provided misinformation, and I just don't know what to say other than I am sorry. I should have looked at the compensation plan a little more in detail and understood it before I passed on information, and I did not do my due diligence. I just did what I was told, not just from Carrie, but like it's kind of just a broad, this is where I'm at. So I'm going to tell you guys a quick breakdown of the compensation plan. Matt is kind of hanging out in the side wing. He is of Carrie's. We love Matt, kind of. I mean, at times. So he's kind of hanging in the side wing, so he's going to be able to pipe in and give a little more information if you guys have questions. I'm just going to go over the simplest of details about it, and then if you guys have more detailed questions, he's my guy. He really knows how to break it down and explain it well. So here's what you guys need to know. There are 4 ways to earn income as a Beachbody coach. The first one is challenge pack bonuses and commissions. What this means is anytime that you sell a challenge pack, depending on which one it is and which tier of how much it costs, you get anywhere from $40 to $105 per challenge pack that you sell. It doesn't matter if they're signing on as a coach or if it's a client ordering. That is what you get. Okay, commissions. As When you sell to customers, you get 25% commission on any order that they make, if it's a one-time order or if it's a home direct reoccurring order, you get 25% commission on all of that. You also get commission if they become a club member and join Beachbody On Demand. Every time that they make a payment, you get a percentage of that. I don't think it's a 25%. It's a little bit different for Beachbody On Demand. I think I get like $13 and some odd change for when someone buys it for a 3-month. So whatever that ends up being, I don't know what exactly that is. But it's great residual income for clients for their home direct orders. And it just keeps, if you're constantly working on getting new clients and getting their challenge pack, their next home direct Shakeology order comes, you get 25% of that the next month and the next month and the next month. Like Melissa was, I don't even know how long she ordered Shakeology from me before she signed on. It seemed like close to a year. But I was getting commission every month when that order was coming, 25% commission. Now that she's a coach, I do not get the commission for her home direct orders. And this is kind of like been my light bulb moment this weekend that I did not know. So I want to explain what happens once people become a coach. Anyone that you have underneath you as a coach, you get paid for any one-time order. So anytime you guys go in and order a fitness program or you order a Energize or whatever the case might be, and you do not set it up on home direct, I get 25% commission. You do get paid for the first order though. So if it is someone goes in for a brand new, not the reoccurring, but if you go in and decide you want to order Energize every month, I get paid for the first order, but each reoccurring order for that, I do not get the 25% off commission. The cool thing is any reoccurring orders, that helps with your team volume, which is very important once you hit Emerald and above. So once you rank, that is going to help with your cycle bonuses. It's going to help with, that's the second way you earn income, by the way, is your team cycle. So once you're Emerald, that's a whole nother discussion. And if you guys have questions about team cycle, we can go there, but let me cover that question at the end of all of this. That will help you with your team cycle bonuses, which for Emeralds is $14, Diamonds is $16, right, Carrie? And then $18 for once you're above Diamond. So for every cycle, which you can cycle many times, I can't even remember, it's like 200 and some odd, it's crazy amount of times you can cycle for a cycle bonus. You get that per cycle, and that team volume and your personal volume, like all that volume building up, even people underneath your people, that all flows up and helps you on your team cycle bonus. That is when you start seeing some money come in. And that's when those home direct orders from your coaches is very important. It just builds up that volume for you. So even if you're not getting 25% commission on that home direct Shakeology order, it is helping you build volume to get you your cycle bonuses, which that's why I didn't really pay attention to the commission, because once you hit Emerald, volume is your focus. You're not even looking at your commission report. You're looking at your weak and strong leg volume and trying to figure out how to max out your cycle bonuses. And then once you hit Diamond, it's cool because you get a raise, a $2 raise per cycle. And then once you hit Star Diamond, 2-star Diamond, it's even way cooler, because not only do you get team cycle bonus, you get your Star Diamond bonuses, which is a whole nother discussion once you're there. But basically you get a percentage of the pot. If once you're in whatever, they have it for 2-star, 5-star, 10-star, and 15-star, and you can get it from several different pots. That is where thousands of dollars are made, is just in those quarterly bonuses. So that's important, and you want that volume there to support that. Matching bonuses is the third way, and then the star. So I want to talk to you guys about matching bonuses. Matching team cycle bonuses are about those coaches underneath you that are cycling. You get 5 to 10% of their team cycle bonus, their team volume cycle bonus. So you're getting not only your team cycle bonus, but if you have emeralds underneath you, you're getting 5 to 10%, depending on what ranks, of their cycle bonuses. So it just starts kind of snowballing and multiplying. And that's why my focus has been volume and building, and not really watching my commission reports. So that's kind of the simplest of breakdown of the 4 ways you can earn. But I want you guys to ask questions, because there have been some confusion on it. And I want to make sure that everyone is crystal clear, including myself. And this is where Matt comes in with some.
I backed off.
I know.
I already backed up. He said, move. I was like,
okay, Matt, you go ahead and hop in with anything.
Well, no, I don't want to add to it yet. I want to check and see who has. Let me back up to my head.
Okay.
Too big fit in the frame like that. I want to find out what questions there are that we can answer before I amplify and add on to what you said.
I know. Because it can get confusing, girls. It is a lot to take in, and it takes a while to learn and understand it. Obviously, I still don't completely understand everything. It's constantly learning. So this is what we're here for, to learn together.
I think I missed number 4.
Number 4 is your Star Diamond bonus. Okay, I'll go.
Okay.
One, challenge.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry,
okay, I'll just review. 1 is challenge pack bonuses and commissions. 2 is your team cycle bonus once you're emerald and above. 3 is matching bonus, and that's for emerald and above if you have people ranked underneath you. And 4 is the star diamond bonuses, which is for 2-star and above.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, and kind of to simplify what the 2-star and the star bonuses are, they're quarterly bonuses, and it's really just they set aside, I think it's it's either 5% or 3% of the total company revenue, and then they split it by those ranks. So it's basically like an executive sales bonus is what it is.
It's almost like a profit sharing kind of.
That's exactly right. It's like, hey, you star diamonds are the reasons that we're being successful, so we're going to give you a piece of what we make every quarter. And it's quarterly, and you have to be a paid, qualified 2-star and above from, like, say, through Q1, which would be January through March, and then it pays in April. And so once you make 2-star and you maintain that, you get these, I think, give or take, the 2-stars about $800, and then it's like $1,200, and then it's like $3,500, $5,000, and $10,000. And the cool thing is they're cumulative, so you get them all. Mm-hmm. So if you make 10-star for a quarter, you get paid the 10-star bonus, the 5-star bonus, and the 2-star bonus all together. Wow. So you're making, like, that's when the money becomes like obscenely huge. If you're going to get, 5, 3, 12, and 800 all at once, that's a whole bunch of money to get in one quarter. So that's kind of what that is. Those are the real, like, kind of long-term carrots that are kind of like, in a few years, I want to get there kind of thing, because then, like, I can start, like, living a different lifestyle off that kind of money on top of everything else you make. The matching bonuses are just kind of more of a reward for having an active team below you. So really, it's as your coaches below you are cycling, then you get a piece of that cycle. And it's just kind of like a, hey, good job on having built a team that's effective and is doing their job.
How often is that one?
What's that?
How often is that one?
That's every day. Every day you cycle. So have you?
Oh, right. So just whenever they cycle, you get a part of their
right.
cycle.
Tara, have you guys gone over cycling? Does your team understand cycling?
Please go over it.
Okay, so simply put, y'all have probably heard strong leg, weak leg. Well, your strong leg is called your strong leg because, so I'm just going to, I don't know Tara's organization. So let's say Amanda, let's say Melissa and Patty are below you in Tara's organization. I don't know if that's true or not, but let's just pretend they are for the sake of this conversation.
And it's funny that you picked Amanda because she's my emerald. But go ahead.
Okay, so there you go. So Amanda, if Patty and Melissa are below you chronologically, that puts them below you on the strong leg, if you're on the strong leg. And so every time Patty's team creates TV, that TV flows into you and through you to Tara. So you capture, it snapshots the volume as it comes through you, and then it takes it up to Tara, and then it actually takes it up to Carrie. So then what happens is,
3 levels below you, basically?
correct.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it's 5, isn't it? I think TV flows 5 legs up. It flows a long ways. I don't remember off the top of my head. I can pull up a document real quick and tell us, but the point is
that in your, you know, that financial call you did? That's really good, Melissa and Patty, if you haven't watched that. Is it in there? Because I can't remember.
Yes.
If you might have had
Yes,
it in that PowerPoint.
Yeah, it was in that PowerPoint.
Mm-hmm. It's in our files section in our group.
Yeah, so Amanda, as that volume flows through you, it captures, okay? And that you just accumulate points. And then what happens is you have to have a 2-to-1 balance. So your weak leg has to flow up, and you have to accumulate 300 points collectively. So as 200 points have flown through on your one side, you on your own have to create 100 on the other side. And when that 100 happens, the instant that those transactions occur and your bank is holding 200 on one side and 100 on the other side, you have a cycle occur.
Right.
And you make $12 just because. And so the idea is not, wow, $12 is life-changing. It's that as the entire organization grows, to include your personal organization, as you're cycling hundreds of TV every day, you could have 3 to 4 cycles a day occur. And you're probably going to have them occur at the end of the week, because you're probably going to get people to sign up, just at the end of the month, and, just on the 15th, and paydays and all those kinds of things. So you're probably not going to cycle 10 times on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, but you might have 5 or 6 cycles at the first of the month, and then another 5 or 6 in the middle of the month, right? And then those become, 5 or 6 cycles at $12, $60, $75, twice, that's $150. That's real money at that point, right? So that's why the cycles are relevant. Cycling isn't something you want to bet your life on, but it's something you want to be aware of as you're building your legs. Because, like, I can tell you, Carrie, when we first got into this, I kind of didn't get involved, and Carrie just kind of focused on the Facebook side of it and the social media side, and she wasn't really watching her back office a lot. Well, I sat down one day and kind of went through the financial side of it, and she had like 67,000 volume points that were frozen because her other leg wasn't creating we were putting the volume in the wrong places.
How long does that stay there? Is it like a year? No.
It stays there indefinitely until you accumulate, I think, 500,000.
Right.
It's either 500,000 or 1 million, and then they start over. Or when you cycle 500 times or something
So
like
she
that.
hasn't lost those. You guys just have to balance out the other side to get them to.
Correct. But it's not likely we're going to catch up.
Right.
because her strong leg is pretty high up in Lauren's group. And so it's a good news, bad news problem, right? It's a high class problem in that as much as she could sell on her weak leg, she will create cycles.
Yeah.
We'll probably never catch up, but it would be better to have that problem than to cycle through everything and have nothing left in your cycle bank. Right.
Which is kind of where I'm at. I zero out.
Should be getting there because
I'm building, but when
Right.
I cycle, it gets way low. So
Yeah. So, I mean, it's good in both ways, right? On one hand, it'd be great if you cycled everything, because that means there's no money you're missing out on. On the other hand, it's great to have this number that you can't catch up to. So,
right. No, I'd rather have more volume.
yeah. So on the sales side, Amanda, I got Tara kind of gave us Carrie and I a little bit of a update on what happened and, why you were like, hey, what the heck happened here kind of deal. There's kind of two things to think about when this is happening. One is if you take a step back and think about it as a company, as an organization, it makes sense that they have to stop paying you on the HD if they become a coach, because that coach is now able to earn money. And if every coach was also giving their 25% upline, and then they were making money and they're getting their discount as they're buying because they're a coach, and that's really the difference. It's
I
really
just
the
think
coaches.
that's part of why the expense was there for Shakeology, because, because I thought that when I signed up, and
Right.
and I even said to Tara and Graham when I signed him up, I was thinking like, why then, then I would just order something for 50 points volume and I would order everything through him because it would be double commission essentially.
Correct.
25% off, and then you get your commission, and then we're still getting our 2 Shakeologies.
Right. Now,
Like Tara and Carrie, I didn't it wasn't about the money for me. So I wasn't like studying it every day, but I was
Right.
kind of thinking, surely I'll get paid at some point, but I did cycle already twice. And I was surprised for that because obviously I don't have that many people.
right. But that's the point, is it doesn't take a lot of people to cycle. It's
Yeah.
just, you want it to happen because more often is more better, right?
Yeah.
So the more times you can have that happen, if you could multiply that cycling by 10, you'd be
Yeah.
talking about, real money at that point. But so the couple of things to know is, because you still make the one-time sales commissions, and so you're absolutely right. Every time you want something, you should be buying it through your husband. Like if you decide, I want to do a 3-day refresh, I want to buy some shaker cups, I want a hoodie, anything you buy, you want to buy through him, because if nothing else, the volume goes up through you.
Yeah.
But also sales commissions will go up through you. And that's all benefits. And oh, by the way, he gets his discount because he's a coach, right? So there's still a lot of value in that. I've heard of many women that their only goal in having a coach or two below them is just to pay for their Shakeology, right? They're like, if I can just make enough in total everything to just pay off my Shakeology and I'm getting Shakeology for free, that's winning. And, it is.
And that was my goal, which was kind of probably why I was a little bit frustrated, because I wouldn't have encouraged anyone to be a coach under me.
Right.
I would have sold my husband and my sister-in-law their Shakeology and had my bag paid for,
Mhm.
which is,
Right.
not totally bad, but you know what I mean? I would have been
Right.
focused on building that rather than coaches right away.
Right. Now, there's a balance, and part of it's good that we're having. It's great that Tara put this call together, so y'all can talk about this now. But one of the things that you want to realize is you want to have a balance of coaches and non-coaches for that very reason. I mean, there is a rationale to just have HD people, because that's where your residual money comes from. But you still want to have coaches so that you have rank. Your first step is become emerald. And then your next goal should be to become diamond, because your cycle bonuses go up, right? So if you can become diamond and then also still have a smattering of just pure HD orders, you still always want those,
And do client orders count towards your volume?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So even
Oh, go ahead.
clients and coaches. So like Carrie actually was just telling Tara this the other day. It's funny because every time something goes on sale, and there's certain times of the year when like 3-day refreshes sell a lot, she just gets these bigger her bigger sales checks, because she has all of these, coaches that some of them are just discount coaches, and they'll on their own go buy something and Carrie doesn't even know, and she's getting commission for it.
So if I have a coach, so I'm not making any commission on them anymore, except when they order something new or as a one-off.
Right.
If they refresh like 3 times a year, do you get commission every time or just the first time?
Every time, unless they put a refresh on HD.
Yeah. Right.
And
Okay.
I want you guys to hear this very clear. I know that you kind of wonder why you would put your spouse as one of your first people underneath you because, I don't get his HD order anymore. You still want your spouse at that first line of your coaches, not only for the volume, but once you start building, that is one of the accounts you have control over, and you can build them to a diamond. You can get to, once you're diamond, you can build them to a diamond, get to a 1-star pretty quickly, and just coach your team to build with you. But when they're in the top line, not only are you getting the volume upflow and commission for any one-time orders or what his team is doing, you're getting the matching bonus. It's all flowing up. Then as his team's building, I mean, it just keeps going up and up, and you want them on that first line. It is huge once it comes to bonuses and matching bonuses and volume. You definitely want that, and to have an account that you have control over where you can help build up people underneath for them, even if they are or are not, like a lot of spouses, Matt being one of them for the longest time, doesn't work the business. Now he kind of gets it in the back office and will like help Carrie every so often with, you know, hey, we need to work this, or hey,
Yeah,
you do
but
this.
I don't work it in the sense that you all do.
Right.
I'm a diamond coach.
Right.
Diamond coach. I get cycle bonuses. I get a commission check and all that. But we don't use my account as a truly active account.
Right.
But to Tara's point also, you never know who's going to become a truly active coach,
True.
right?
There's a prime example of
Yeah,
that.
Tara swore up and down she wasn't going to do anything with this. She just wanted to get the Shakeology and do a couple of workouts. And then, you know, the spirit moved her, and here we are. And, you know, she's Carrie's, you know, prime coach in her organization, but we didn't know that. So when you can't, I think the big lesson is you can't add that one person and say, this is the one that's going to take me to the promised land, and then bet all of your, you know, bet everything on that horse. You have to treat every single coach as a potential, but then you also have to be consistent, constantly moving on and adding more people. So Amanda, like in your situation, you know, to the point of you don't make the HD money now on these new coaches. So the goal is go sell more challenge packs. Right? Go find new clients to sell challenge packs to get more people involved, because you never know that person that you talk to today. You might sell them a challenge pack in 3 weeks. They might just do the challenge pack for 4 to 6 months, and then one day go, hey, how does this coaching thing work? I think I want to actually try it for real. You know, and then a year from now, maybe they're a 2-star diamond underneath you, and you're on the stage at Summit because you're a superstar because you built this monster organization. It all happens because of the people under you. An individual, even with a spouse below them, even if you ran both of those 100%, you can only be a 1-star without a team that's actually pulling and doing their job underneath you. These 5 stars and 10 stars and superstar diamonds, they have a whole stable of go-getters that are out there, you know, making it happen and doing their thing because they want it, and they have to want it for the same reasons. I'm sorry, Amanda.
Do most people not just sign up as a coach when they get their challenge pack? Because like it's free. So
some do, some don't.
It's like a no-brainer, because then you can see what's out there. And
yeah,
Some
do, some don't. It has to do with your sales technique and how that person, like how committed they are to what they're doing. I agree with you. I personally would never sell a challenge pack and not sign them up as a coach. That's just the way I am and my personality. Like I'd be like, look,
that's how it was, but now I'm questioning that because, like, obviously I have no balance. I only have coaches.
I'm going to admit my own ignorance at the beginning. I bought a challenge pack. I did not sign up for a coach when I initially bought my challenge pack because I was hands off. I didn't want to worry about it. I just wanted to support my girlfriend Carrie. I just wanted to feel better for myself. I didn't want to worry about all that crap. I was 10 years inactive and I was just worrying about myself. I wasn't worrying about anything else. Well, it took me 2 weeks to realize I'm addicted to the shake, less than 2 weeks. And I was like, crap. So I paid the $39 to join and had to get it refunded. If you buy a challenge pack and you sign up later to become a coach, they refund it to you within 3 business days when you sign up as a coach.
Is there a time
request?
I'm sorry, what, Carrie?
You have to request to have it refunded. Yes, they do.
Yeah,
refund.
there's a
form in your back office.
Yeah. But we had to do a request and get it refunded. But yes, I'm like the example of everything that is being
But Amanda, to your point, I mean, there's good and bad in doing it or not doing it, right? Part of it is you're going to look at your org strategically and say, do I need a coach right now in a specific area so I can rank promote? You know, if you're needing that one more coach and you need him on your right leg and you're like, man, if I get one more coach signed up, I'm a diamond. I want to be a diamond by the end of the month. Then obviously you're going to push them harder, right? Maybe you're diamond and you're set for now, and now you just want to build volume because you want to build revenue. Then don't sign them up as a coach because you're going to make money residually, right?
Like,
Right?
You also feel like you should be offering what's best for all the people
You
too.
should.
So
You
it's not
should.
about
But
selfishness.
but so
I'm
that's
not
why I
saying
say
you have to be selfish, but I'm saying like
no. That's the point. And you've got to make that decision as you're going through this. But you also realize that some people you'll scare away if you try to push them into being a coach.
Right.
So you might have that person that you're barely getting to sign up, and you think it's going to be good for them, but you're afraid if you push one more time on one more thing, they're going to go, you know what, screw it, I'm just going to go do something else. So you always want to play that, and you don't want to push things on people that they don't want to do. Some people freak out with the word coach.
Mm-hmm.
They go, oh, I'm not ready yet. I need to go down my own personal journey a little bit longer before I become a coach. Yeah. And like I said, my personality and my style, like I would tell them, no, I'm not going to sign you up unless you're going to be a coach. Right. But that's just me. That's the way I am. And some people, their methodology is to sign everybody up as a customer first and then do a loop around. And part of their methodology is then I go back a month later or 30 days later or a week later or whatever that is and go back and offer the coaching thing, right? And then are they signing up as just a discount coach or as an active coach? That's a different conversation also. Hey, Amanda, hang on a second. Melissa, do you have any questions? Because I can't see you. It's probably harder for you to break in if you have something to say or ask.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm still really new, and so I don't understand, like you were talking about adding a coach to a certain leg, and I'm trying to understand the legs,
Okay.
the right leg and left leg.
Yeah, simply put, you have two legs to your organization, and your legs, your org becomes balanced or imbalanced if all of your coaches go to one side or the other side versus left, right, left, right, left, right. And you have to have so many coaches on each leg to rank to promote and rank.
Okay.
So you have to have, as an example, an emerald on both sides and 4 total to be a diamond. Is that right? 4 total or 8 total?
On each side to be a diamond.
Yeah.
To be an emerald, which is your next goal, Melissa, you need one coach on each leg. So
Right.
when you sign your first person, they'll go automatically wherever Beachbody assigns them, and then you'll go into your back office and set your preferred placement for the next coach you sign to be on the opposite leg to make sure you hit emerald. And I have a video in our team YouTube channel that shows you how to do that. And I can link you to that if you want, or I can walk you through it when it comes time for you before you sign your second coach.
Okay.
Yeah. So Melissa, the point on that is don't stress too much over it. There's a lot of terminology, TV, PV, weak leg, strong leg. There's so much of this. If you're really new, just kind of don't worry about those parts. Just kind of remember that you've heard the words before. And Tara's good in doing these calls often. Just make sure you're checking in and you're hearing, because as it becomes relevant, you'll be like, hey, I think I'm to that point. Do I need to know about this or that or whatever? And ask the questions then. Don't let yourself get overwhelmed now, because there is a lot to it.
And as always, for all of you guys to know, if you guys ever have any specific questions or concerns, or if you come across the problem, just post in our team page. And Carrie and I are both in there. We've both been there, done that a million times over. And if we haven't, we know where to get the answers and where to get the correct information from. So just comment in the group, and Carrie already knows she has free reign in my group. She can answer whenever she wants. I check in several times a day. I will answer as often as whenever I see it pop in. So make sure that you guys use our group to your benefit. We are there for you. It's all about your health journey, because that's what we started for, and then now helping others. So those are our 2 focuses. So when you have questions for yourself, or how to help someone, or how to help your team, that's where you ask questions, and Carrie and I are there to help you as we go through this. It's a learning process. I've been in this for over 2 years, and obviously I'm still learning. Carrie's been a little over 3 years. She's still learning. It's a constant learning process, which I happen to love because I'm a forever student. But I know it can be frustrating and confusing at times. Just know that we have your back, and that we are there to help you whenever you need it. Basically, do you all have any more questions?
Well, there's one question that I have, and it's not really about the whole leg thing in building because I'm not there. I'm doing this
Right.
as a distance coach, as you know. But earlier in the call, you guys were talking about the refresh being on sale.
Yes.
How does someone like me who isn't spending a whole lot of time with various things, how do I know when stuff is on sale if I'm not continuously scoping out Team Beachbody's shop?
You should be getting an email as a coach. Do you get emails from your email address that you have signed up? Oh,
I usually, I get emails about, calls and stuff, but I never know when anything's on sale unless I just happen to fall upon it because I'm ordering something else.
something that I would advise that you start doing at least once a week, even as a discount coach, is logging into Team Beachbody as a coach, go into Coach Online Office,
Yep.
and look in the news feed. They update that thing daily. So that's where all the news is. Anytime sales are happening or specials or special training that is a golden nugget for you, and everything is archived. So even there's training on there, there's so much in the back office, but I check my back office a minimum of 3 times a week. In fact, it may be more. If you go to teambeachbody.com, Amanda, you should be getting emails automatically on the email you signed up for. You're
Dan
not.
gets them. He gets them, but I don't.
You don't get a monthly newsletter at the beginning of the month telling you what the
No.
challenge packs are?
And I also don't get that the weekly the Monday call. I don't get the email on Sunday, but he does.
Are you sure your email's right? Can you,
Yeah,
when you log,
mean,
when you log into your account?
yeah. I got I got a welcome to Beachbody email in the very beginning, and that was and then every
Amanda,
once in a while I get
Amanda,
something.
Amanda, have you checked your junk filters or your spam filters? You have? Okay.
I don't know.
My
You
guess.
should. You should
I
be.
found one spot to sign up for the blog, so then I kind of started getting some recipes, but then I still don't know how to get signed up for the wake up call. But I'll just
I would call Coach Relations and make sure that you are on the coach's subscription list.
Okay.
Or even chat with them and ask them if there's a special, tell them that your coach is underneath, like your husband's getting it, but for whatever reason you have not gotten anything past the welcome. But I would double check your junk email, make sure it's not coming through there, and then I would chat with Coach Relations.
Yeah, and I will tell you all, I'm a 22-year IT guy, right? Beachbody's IT is terrible. Don't let that be what keeps you from being successful and getting the most out of this, right? Carrie has had to talk me down off cliffs. I've been running around throwing stuff in our house. Next time I go to Summit, I'm going to yell until Carl hears me, and I'm going to tell him he needs to fire his CIO and get better IT people, because it's atrocious. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
The help desk is unacceptable, and how long your queue times are. There's so many problems. So Amanda, I don't get the emails, but I get diamond emails. I get these diamond coach emails all the time, oh, you should do this and come to this conference. I'm like, I'm not coming to some damn conference, but I don't get any of the other stuff either. So it's all hit and miss with how whatever their back office is doing on their technical side. But that's probably the biggest problem. The good news is I haven't seen any huge irregularities with their pay systems. So at least the important thing they get right? They pay you guys, they pay us all when they're supposed to and correctly. Now they do screw up the orders. I'm going to warn you right now, you're going to have a coach call you or email you and be fired up because they ordered, for some reason they got double shipped, or they got the wrong flavor, or they did something and they screwed. It's going to happen. I'm going to tell you now, just take a breath, do your little internal Zen moment, talk your coach down, and then don't get too mad about it, and then just go fix it.
It's teambeachbody.com, and you go to coach on the top bar.
Oh, see, okay, yep.
And then it's coach online office. And then it'll ask you to log in with email and password. And once you're there, you have access to so much stuff. And then what's even cooler than that is you can go down, scroll to the very bottom, and there's a contact us and a frequently asked questions, which is what I use the most. The contact us is where I can do a live chat without having to get on the phone and get stuff taken care of. That's where I ask a lot of my questions. And even cooler is you get an email transcript sent to you. So if there's ever a question about what was discussed, you have record of it, and along with the incident number. The only thing you cannot do through that chat is to change a credit card or to cancel your coaching account or a home direct. You have to call in to make sure that that gets done. Those are the only things you can't do via live chat. But that back office is your gold mine, and you want to check it at least 3 times a week, at least. I would recommend Fridays, because that's after like everything has changed over. It's a fresh week, new volume, announcements come in, all that. So you can kind of look at your, once you start getting a team, like your sponsorship drill down, you can see their active status, see who has earned Success Club points. You can like see so much stuff, see where your volume's at, so you can kind of know how to plan your what's going on. Like if you have a coach getting ready to sign up, where you need to place them, you can change your placement on where you want to put a coach. So I checked in. I check again on Monday to see what happened over the weekend, see if there's new customer orders. Again, check active status and volume. And then Wednesdays, always on Wednesday morning, because that's the last day of the work week. You want to make sure that your coaches are active, that your rank is secure. It gives you time to get that fixed, because they have until that evening to get back active or make their order or whatever the case might be, to make sure not only are they active and getting whatever commissions or different things coming to them, but you are able to know that you can go to sleep that night keeping rank.
The one time I would not check is like Thursday mornings, or if you do check, just be aware that it's going to be messy. You may see coaches that don't belong under you. You may see that you're inactive, whatever. Don't trust it Thursday mornings.
Yeah, I know.
The one time I would check it, and a lot of times you can't even get on Thursdays.
Mm-hmm.
But the only thing that I would check is if you're expecting somebody to have made rank or something, verify it first before like you announce it or something like that. But for some reason, again, with the tech support stuff on Thursdays, a lot of times it's just messed up. I don't have any explanation for it. I guess it's just because of, there's just so much that happens all that day that it's sometimes messed up on Thursdays.
So Amanda mentioned the blog, and I see stuff being posted on like Amanda's page and Tara's page and whatever. And again, being a discount coach, there's so much information out there that I even forget about the blog.
Yeah.
So like teambeachbodyblog.com or whatever, and then there's a link on that blog that you can subscribe to it.
Yes.
Yeah, it came up as a pop-up for me one day, so I just put in my information.
If you just Google search Beachbody blog, it's
Okay.
the first thing that comes up.
Because I'm like, oh, these people like getting all this good information and I'm missing out on it all. Like, I know I'm missing out the time, but you know.
Yeah, I don't subscribe to it because my email box is always so full anyways. But what I do is I just go, I know, leave it to me. I'm a 13-year-old boy. Anyways, I go and check it often because I use it as content for my challenge groups and for my like page and things to share. They have tons of information on that blog. It's not just recipes. They have like fitness tips and trainer question and answers, fitness gear.
Keep me motivated, like, you know, when I have my little moments of, you know, junk food craving or, you know, I get sidetracked. I'm thinking if I continually have, you know, when you're focusing on something, that is what keeps you motivated.
Yeah. Oh, you can totally subscribe to it. But seriously, a Google search, Beachbody blog, it's there. And once you click on it, you can subscribe.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
No problem. Anything else, girls?
Nope.
I think that's it. Oh, new month. Let's discuss really quick because I want to be respectful. We've kind of gone almost an hour, or about an hour now. So let's go over some goal setting. I know Patty is a discount coach. Her goal is not building a business, but Patty, I want to know what your goal is for this month with your own personal fitness.
Well, I joined Amanda's Go Getter group. Thank you, Amanda.
Which, by the way, wait, I got to interrupt. Amanda, I'm going to need you to train your coach on how to use the tracker. But anyways, go ahead.
But, you know, like I lost a lot of weight very quickly. I had, you know, a wedding that was my main focus. And since the wedding is over, I haven't really had, you know, my eye on any golden nuggets. So it's been easier for me to fall off or, you know, not be getting my workouts in. I bought pretty much a whole new wardrobe and I've got tons of clothes and I want to keep the momentum going because even though I'm happy where I'm at, it's not where I want to be. So my goal for December is to keep my eye on that prize, keep moving forward, making sure I'm getting every day and getting my workout in and utilizing my programs and all the tools that I have available to me and learn. You know, I say now that I don't want to be a working coach. That may change a year from now.
Right.
So, you know, I think that there's nothing wrong with learning and growing and incorporating more professional development. So I guess for me, my goal for December is not to be sitting here crying January 1st of how I've gained weight. I want to make a change from previous years and just keep going because, you know, I guess my motto for this whole journey is that, you know, I've done the work and I've given up and every year I'm sitting at the same spot. Oh, you know, I got to start this all over again. So January 1st, I don't want to be one of those women who have a New Year's resolution of losing because I want to keep that train going.
Right. I'm proud of you. You've done so good with that. I know it's been a struggle, but you have been amazing showing up and doing it even when you argue with me and don't want to do it. And I love it.
And I can
you keep me on my toes.
5 months ago, I couldn't do that.
I know. She's keeping up with Shaun T on size now.
Wow.
Sure, it
That's
doesn't.
amazing.
I don't have cameras here watching me jiggle and juggle, but you know.
Well, if that wedding works really well for you as like a goal, maybe you need to set something similar to that. Because I work well with goals out that are like a carrot dangled out in front of me. I work well for those as well. Just make sure they're not food oriented because that's what I used to reward myself with. Oh, if I make it 2 weeks, I'm going to go get a banana split. Yeah, no, let's not do that. Let's do something tangible like mani-pedi. You had a massage today. You know, those kind of things are really nice rewards for yourself that you set with goals, like either losing weight or losing inches, or like I said, consistency is a really good reward. I hate using the scale because it really defeats me a lot. But you know, staying consistent. So I worked out 6 days this week. So I get to, you know, go out for a manicure this weekend and do the same thing next weekend. You know, something like that, or you're talking about needing new clothes. You know, maybe you go out and buy yourself a brand new outfit, you know, someplace that you really, really like. You know, just go out there and buy one new outfit as your reward. Because I think that is awesome if you keep that carrot dangled out in front of you, and it gives you something to work towards, and it benefits you as well. So I think that's awesome, and I'm a little jealous because I didn't do well with size. I got 2 left feet, but so good for you.
Remember me whining about country heat, Tara? Oh my God.
I could not get into country heat. Like I had to shelve that.
Like such a loser. I couldn't keep up with them, and I'm like, and I thought I could dance.
I kept up with size better than country heat.
Which blows my mind because I see.
Well, remember, I could only do the first 2 though,
That's true.
because
Yeah.
of it being too hard for me. But
So what would your advice be now that Carl is not doing the Shakeology? I find not
Carl. I thought you meant Declan, and I'm like,
But
drinks it every day. Her husband, Carl. Go ahead, Patty. Sorry.
I'm finding it hard. Weekends are very, very hard for me. All week long, I can meal plan. I'm away from home 3 days a week. I'm, you know, the odd time I've slipped up and had some chips or whatever, and it's usually because of stress at work that I'm trying to find another way to deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
But and comes and eating out, you know, he's snacking in front, you know, and it's not like it's intentional, but like this
it's
week,
hard.
you know, I had mandarin, and I posted on Facebook so everybody I knew I was eating buffet at Chinese, right?
I saw that. I almost said something that I'm like, no, I'm not going to say anything.
And then, you know, well, I'm out and I've already, you know, kicked the crap out of my diet today. So I'm going to have that Dairy Queen, that pecan mudslide.
Yeah.
But, you know, yesterday was back on, but it's like, how do you, if your other person isn't in on it with you, how do you go 5 days really good and then everything goes for crap 2 days?
Well,
I have some. I want you to try to think about them like you would a challenger. So remember that they're watching you, and they may not be on board right now, but if they see you, they see your consistency, they see how much better you feel, they see the progress you're making, they're eventually going to want to do what you're doing. You can't force it. It can't, no matter how bad you want it for them, you can't make it happen. It has to be them. It has to be in their mind. So make sure that you just remember that they're watching every move you make. So every time that you're strong and your willpower takes over, instead of you giving in when they're dangling or when they have that right there in your face, every time that your willpower says no, they're watching that, and they're going to see, hey, next week, oh, I see that muscle popping out in her. She's down 10 pounds, you know, whatever the case may be. And they're going to have that in their head. They're not going to admit it for a long time, but eventually they're going to see what they need to see to flip that switch to come on board with you. So you just have to remember that they're watching you and stay strong through that. And then they'll eventually want to join for you. This is your husband, correct?
Yeah, like he was doing the Shakeology. You know, he was eating healthier. He enjoys the stuff that I make. Then he found that, you know, he was having, you know, trouble bathroom time with work. He just felt like he was too loose and thought it was the Shakeology that was causing him to do that. So then he gave it up, but he lost like 35 pounds.
yeah.
And so now, you know, like he's not doing the shake, and, you know, I can see his old habits coming back, which is, you know, if that's what he wants, then that's what he wants. But it's like, it's easier when you have somebody in the cycle doing the same thing you
Right.
are, rather than looking at the French fries that he's eating when you're at the restaurant, because you really want some too.
Right.
Yeah, I completely feel for you. My husband is small, so he has problems gaining weight. And then there's me, that I gain it if I walk past it, to where if he exhales too deep, he loses like 5 pounds. And then so he can pretty much eat what he wants and stay the same weight or lose weight, to where I don't have that option. So it is really hard when they can eat, when they eat whatever they want and then you're around it. Thankfully, he's on board with me. So typically, if he can tell if I'm having a strong day, or if I'm like hormonal and wanting to eat everything in the house, if I'm having one of those days, he eats what I eat. But if I'm strong and we go out to eat together, we'll go to a Mexican restaurant and they'll have the chips and queso because I can resist it. But I mean, he knows me, and he's supportive enough of me to know when we can do that. So, like I said, I would just try to keep in your mind that he's watching you, whether he wants to admit it or not. And he'll come back around when he realizes that he's, slipping back into those old habits, and that he's gaining the weight, and that he's feeling poopy again. He'll realize that that's happening, and he'll want to get back with you on the fitness train.
And
The other
Patty,
thing I would say is like, and it's taken me this whole year to learn this, Patty, but this is like one thing I've taken away from this year, and that is you seriously just have to, unfortunately, do it yourself. Like, Graham and I have both been on, like, and my husband's fit. He likes to work out. He likes, to eat healthy. He likes all that. So, but sometimes he's not. Sometimes he's like, hey, let's have pizza, or I really feel like being bad today. And if we both felt like being bad at the same time, then we were bad. We made bad choices. But finally, these last 2 rounds of 21 Day Fix, we've both been like on at the same time and strong. But my brother and my sister-in-law were supposed to join us for our last challenge, and then they didn't. And I was really surprised. And, I was posting in our group every day, but sometimes the support that you think is going to be there, whether it's your spouse or your friends or whoever, it's just not. And it's tough because you want them to be doing it with you, but sometimes you have to want it enough for yourself, and sometimes you have to want it enough for both of you.
Mm-hmm.
So it sounds tough, but like for me, that has been the truth. Like the bottom line is I can try to get people to hold me accountable, but I have to just do it for myself. I have to be the big girl.
Just like you can't want it for somebody else, they can't want it for you. It has to be you making the final decision to make it happen.
And I guess
Patty,
I gotta stop looking outside my bubble and pay attention and focus on myself. Like, I know I've had a conversation with Tara where, you're in the Facebook group and you're posting that you're doing the workouts, and, people, you got 40 people coming and looking at what you're doing, but they're not doing nothing. They're just coming to be nosy to see what you're doing. They're not doing anything. And then they're leaving, and then Tara says, well, it's not like they're seeing it. It shows that, but it's not real. But I guess I get so wound up in, well, I'm the only one doing anything. Like, nobody cares. So why would I post in here, right?
The thing is, they're watching though. And when you're a coach like this, they're watching you and you're filling your pipeline. Like the whole water pump thing, it takes a while for that water to come up in that faucet before it starts going out. So that's what you're doing right now. You're priming, and they are watching. And you'll be surprised here shortly. They'll start messaging you saying, what exactly is it you're doing? Because they're watching, waiting to see if you're going to fail. And when they see that consistency and stuff, that's when they're going to start saying, hey, it's working for you. Why wouldn't it work for me? And they're going to ask you, what are you doing? How can I do that? Like I said, you're priming that pump, and that water will start coming out. So you just got to keep going, and you got to keep doing you.
And Patty, I want you to hear this. Every single person on this call has felt exactly the way you felt and is dealing with the exact same issues that you are dealing with. Everyone deals with them differently, but we're all in the same spot. It took my husband 6 months of watching me without me nagging him before he was like, what's this Shakeology thing you're doing? And now he's coaching me, which doesn't
Go well.
over well all the time. But at least he's on board, and at least he's getting the benefits of Shakeology now. So Carl knows the benefits. He might have made excuses to get off of it, but he knows how good he felt. He's never going to admit that because he's a man. But you're going to notice he's going to start sneaking it again. He's going to start making his own without saying a word to you. Sneaky. He's going to think he's being sneaky. Just let him be sneaky. It's eventually going to happen, I promise. And just keep being you and keep doing you. Don't nag him. Don't coach him. Don't do anything. Just keep being you. And another thing I want you to know is the thing you hear me screaming from the rooftops all the freaking time: baby steps to big results. Give yourself some grace and love. Nobody is perfect this side of heaven. Nobody. So know that you are going to make mistakes. You are going to have slip-ups. You are going to have struggles. We're human. It happens. The difference is if you screw up at lunch, the good news is your next choice can be a healthy choice. Your afternoon snack, you can be like, oh, I can have a Shakeology, or oh, I can eat fresh cut veggies, or whatever it is for your snack. And then dinner is an even better option. When you go out to eat, same thing. You can look at the menu going, oh, I really want that hamburger. How can I make that something I can still enjoy, but eat it within my health goals? Well, eat half the bun. Take off the top bun and only have the bottom part. Don't have mayonnaise on it, or whatever the case might be. Like, kind of just put it in perspective and do bits and pieces. Eat in portion control, because we all know restaurants are not in the correct portion control. Cut that sandwich in half, take the other half home for another meal. I do that all the time. Carrie and I, we go to Chipotle. That's exactly what we do. We get the bowl that we love, and we just only eat half and put the other half in a to-go container because we know it's way too much portion. So kind of have those things just kind of on auto replay in your mind. And even when you do find yourself just kind of eating out of emotion or enjoying whatever bad food that there is, just know your next choice can be the best choice. So don't say, oh, I had pancakes for breakfast. This day's out. I'm going to go have potato chips and I'm going to drink soda and I'm going to, like, don't throw away your whole day because of one choice. That's just like people saying, oh, it's December, it's the holidays, I can't even focus on my health. Okay, 1 day, 2 days of the whole month, you're going to risk a whole month of being unhealthy for just 1 to 2 celebration dinners? Don't do that. Put it in perspective and just baby step. You're getting your workout in today. You're getting your shake in today. I'm going to work on my water today, and just kind of keep working to your next best, no matter what that is. So say you are struggling with eating on point. Well, make sure you're getting that Shakeology in to curb those cravings and to make sure you get your best meal in. Then focus on your water. Then you can baby step your way 1 meal at a time. You're already sticking with your fitness. You're rocking that. You got that down. Now it's time to get your eating. And just baby step your way through it and just show yourself some grace and love, because no one's perfect. I'm not perfect. You want to know what I had last night for dinner? Wendy's. I dipped my French fries in a chocolate frosty. Thank you very much. And I did not feel guilty because I had worked out. I drank my Shakeology. I got all my water in, and my meals and snacks throughout the whole day were totally on target and on plan. Do I feel bad this morning? No, because I drank my Shakeology for breakfast, and I haven't done my workout yet, but I'm going to. And I'm getting my water in. So you just have to baby step your way through it and just shake it off. That's just sing Taylor Swift. I'm going to start posting that song in our group. But it's true. You just got to show yourself some love. No one's perfect. So don't run a day over one teeny tiny meal. You got 5 more meals. Why run a whole day just because of one?
Absolutely.
And also the fact the faster you get back on track, the faster you cancel out any bad that you've done.
True. And you just
Adding more bad to the pile just
Right.
means that that's more you got to work off later.
right.
Yeah.
Hang on, buddy. Okay, Melissa, what are your goals for the month? Weston's cheering for you. Melissa!
Weston's giving me some goals. I want to be consistent with posting in the group and finish a round of 21 Day Fix without like skipping workout days.
Awesome.
I'm going to talk to my work people again, but I really want to do a 21 Day Fix challenge group.
Yay.
Um,
If you want to do something sooner than the challenge group training, let me know and I can help you.
yeah, I want to see where they're all at. Like, I'm going to try to encourage people to sign up this month because of the challenge packs being on sale.
Right.
So I'll let you know as soon as I've talked to some people.
Yeah, just keep in contact with me.
And I'm trying to decide my one friend that I said I had my eye on her as a coach.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to try to encourage her to sign up as a coach, but
Uh-huh.
I think she still sells Plexus. And so I don't know if she's going to like jump right into
Right.
being a coach.
Funny story. I used to be a Plexus distributor. I do not recommend that product, by the way. I learned as soon as I learned the truth about the ingredients in the product, I ran as fast as I could away from it, canceled my coaching, and within 2 weeks reached out to Carrie to find a better way of doing things. So
Yeah, it didn't make me feel the pink drink did not make me feel good and made me very hungry.
yeah, I did the
So-
pink drink and accelerator like crazy, but yeah, no, not good for you.
Well, she
So-
was really excited about Shakeology. She's the one that bought 10 sample packs off of me.
Awesome.
So, and she said she was going to order it on Home Direct. So I'm going to get in touch with her this week.
Yeah, follow up is where the fortune's at. So just kind of keep checking in with her and answering questions. And if you need help with any of that, you know how to get a hold of me.
Okay.
All right, Miss Amanda, what's your goal for this month? For your own personal fitness and any business goals you may or may not have.
Well, I want to finish another round of 21 Day Fix and actually
Yay.
after pictures because I do it. I've finished 2 rounds now and 2 rounds and a round of yoga. And I never remembered to do pictures at the end because I'm so happy to be like having a day off of exercise. So I want to do that. And I would really like, I hope I really actually lose some weight this time because last month when I did 21 Day Fix, I followed the meal plan. I did everything. Like I could not have worked harder. And I think I lost like 3 pounds.
But did you check your measurements?
No, but my clothes aren't fitting any different. So like there's no there, but I think my muscles probably swelled quite a lot and retained a lot of water. So I'm seriously hoping that that's it.
Which calorie bracket were you in?
Technically I should be on a super big one, but I moved to the one down because that's just way too.
Well, I was gonna say if you didn't lose anything pound wise, just drop another bracket.
And so do
Try
you,
that.
but are you still hungry and stuff? Because sometimes if you don't fuel the machine, it doesn't run properly too.
No, I'm not hungry. And it's hard for me to even eat enough for that next, for the bracket that below where I'm supposed to be. I still don't finish everything. I'm not a super hungry person. The reason I got heavy is because I choose bad foods. Not that I eat loads of them. I mean, my portions are not a problem. I just eat.
Do you eat enough throughout the day? You eat at least like 4 to 5 times?
I would say 4 probably.
Okay. That's fine.
Are you
Maybe
being
5
really
if I-
strict with yourself? Like your containers?
Say what?
Are you being really strict with your containers? Man,
Yeah.
that blue container and those teaspoons kill me.
Yeah,
Yeah, don't eyeball it. Make sure you measure
Yeah.
it.
we do. We measure the stuff, and I don't like lots of sauces or anything like that, so I'm not too bad on that.
That's good.
No,
Okay,
I'm
when
talking
was
about
the
things
last
like
time you had
peanut
blood
butter.
work done?
Right. Well, actually, earlier this year, my thyroid is low. Like, we had it tested right before I moved from England because I had been trying for a long time to lose weight and it was not coming off. And in England, they said, you know, look, we can put you on meds. In America, you are at the number where they would give you meds. Over here, we wouldn't give you meds. So it's kind of, they gave me a choice and I chose no. So I know that will be slower and more difficult for me because my thyroid is borderline. My mom and my grandma are both on thyroid medication. But I wanted to steer clear of that and do it myself if I can. So I am accepting that it is probably going to be a bit slower for me, but I would like, seriously, I could stand to lose 80 to 100 pounds. So more than 3 pounds.
You lost 3 pounds though?
3.
2 pounds a week is a healthy average.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was 3 weeks. So a healthy average would have been 6. So that is still progress. And that's still, I mean, that is good progress, especially for somebody with a low thyroid. So I definitely would try it again. And like I said, if you can, drop one bracket. But if you're hungry all the time, you're going to sabotage yourself. So if you notice one bracket down that you're hungry all the time, don't do it. Bounce back.
Yeah. So my goal now is to just keep doing it. I figure, like, there's nothing else I can do. Like, seriously, if I stop, I'm just going to either stay the same or get bigger. So I just have to keep going and take the positive momentum as it comes, So that's my fitness goal. My business goal is I have 4 people in our little 12 days of Christmas. One of them is already a client, but 3 of them are people who are not doing anything. So if I could get even one of them signed up at the end, that would be awesome. And I would like to see some people start a challenge with me in the new year. So mainly because I'm going to be doing it, and I have a little, I have a challenge group, and I'd like to see that grow and see some more people, doing some positive things for themselves. So.
And you're going to see it. Just keep sharing, girlfriend, because it's on people's minds now. Now that Christmas is here and they know New Year's is around the corner, it's definitely in the front of people's minds wanting to get healthy. So
the fact that somebody actually direct messaged me and said, hey, add me to your group, or I'm interested, made me feel like, yeah, they're starting to get the picture that I'm mean it, that I'm for real, even though I'm still have a long way to go.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, there is a message in the mess, because people who see you struggle and go through your health journey and overcome little struggles as you go, I think has more clout in the social media world than someone who's already at their goal weight, misfit, 6-pack, bulging muscles. That can be very intimidating to a lot of people just starting their journey, or people who have struggled on their health journey. And so I love that I have a team that's kind of mixed in all different levels of fitness and health, and some are in their chapter 1, some are in their chapter 20. And I love it because everyone has a different story and a unique perspective to share from, and you can pull people that I cannot pull. I've been doing it for 2 years. People aren't going to want to hear what I have to say because they're like, oh, she's misfit, she's got it down now. And so they like seeing someone who has just recently begun taking care of their own health, because they feel like they're in that same spot, or someone who is struggling that they feel like understands where they're coming from and their struggles. So never discount your story, because it is speaking volumes to people you don't even know is hearing it. I've been surprised with people who have messaged me just out of the blue, not even on my radar for someone to contact or follow up with. And they're like, hey, I just want you to know you've really inspired me, or I love hearing your positive post, or, whatever the case might be, whatever that day is. You're going to start getting those messages, which always puts me in tears. I was never a crier before Beachbody, by the way. Always puts me in tears and always motivates and encourages me to just keep on keeping on. So just know that even in your struggle, you are being a huge inspiration, even if you're not where you want to be. Anything else, girls? All right. I am going to stop recording.